Hi, this is Miranda from My Scrappy Life and welcome back to the channel. This is a process video for Shimmerz paints and I am going to be scrap lifting this layout that I found. And remember, if you put my name in the comments, you will get a freebie. So I wanted to play just to act like this is color, like just color, water coloring, but with Shimmerz paints. So I followed it kind of to the T, but retrospective things, I really loved how this turned out. It worked out wonderful. And then two, the layout that I scrap lifted, it's unknown. I'm not sure who it is. I happen to have been just researching on Google and it happened to come up. And it went to Pinterest, but there was no name or anything to it. So but the blue that I'm using right now, that I'm literally using as if it was watercolor, I'm just putting the paint inside of it and dipping it in and going in that Snowway Man. The purple that you see me working with is Precious Posey, and that's the Inklingz. And then the other Inklingz is Meet Me at Sunset. Now, I am using colors that are made for this collection that came from the Hip Kit. The Hip Kit is one of my favorites, as you all know, and they always highlight a lot of the shimmer paints. And so a lot of times my shimmer paints that I have from Shimmerz actually match this if I go in and look. Sometimes I'll order their color collection that has shimmers in it because it may be a color that might not sell in their shop, but you can get it with the Hip Kit, and you can always go back and look at the color. Like on the Hip Kit, you can always go back and look at the colors, because I've done that before and ordered some of the older color kits because I didn't have that color, or I know that it's an exclusive color for Hip Kit but it's made by Shimmerz type of thing. So what I'm doing here is that like I said, I'm playing with the colors and I'm watering. Now, my white cardstock is from Close to My Heart, and that has already done some clear gesso on there, and I did that off camera. So that's why you kind of see that it's kind of bowing. And I do want to say that I am sorry that I've been kind of MIA. I have had parent-teacher conferences this week. I have also taken whether the next thing I say, whether you're for it, against it, whatever, these are my views. It is what it is on this part of it. So I'm just saying that in retrospect. But I also had my first shot for COVID, and it kind of kicked my little you-know-what. And I was just mentally exhausted. I could not believe, my effects from this thing. I knew going into it that I was going to have side effects anyway, because I am that when you read that 1 in a billion whatever, I'm the 1 in the billion. I don't know what it is, but I end up getting side effects. And I got them all. I ended up getting the headache. I was fatigued. And I was going to school trying to do this too, right? So, when I got it Tuesday night, it kicked in within 30 minutes on me. I could not believe it. I was like, this is crazy. But, I'm just saying, it kicked in, swollen arm, all of this stuff. So that was Tuesday night. Wednesday, I woke up. I was like, oh, no. Come on, y'all. So, of course, I went to school, did all that stuff. And then I happened to come home, fall back asleep. And I just couldn't, I couldn't function. But now I'm good. This is Thursday night. I still have, my arm is still sore. I have a headache, but the headache isn't, it's tolerable and whatnot. So that's essentially why, one, I've been MIA, especially on my channel, on my personal channel. But for me, over here at Shimmerz Paints, it's, you guys see my one layout. I was supposed to be up earlier this month. Well, kind of earlier, because I know it's the 11th. But I was supposed to be up earlier this month, and it just didn't work for me just because of parent-teacher conference and all that. So I had to kind of move it. But I am finally past that. We are rolling into the fourth quarter. I mean, y'all, we're there. We are to the point of fourth quarter. We're almost done with the school year. I'm like ready for a vacay. Like, I mean, I've got 2 vacays left, or like breaks, before I won't see a break until school gets let out. So I have this weekend that I'm rolling into, because this is obviously going up on Friday. So obviously I'm on my break this time, and then I've got spring break in April, and then that's it. So I'm taking all these days with as much as possibility. I have friends coming over for the first time, and I'm telling you, since almost a year now, it's been where I've had somebody over at my house. So, but I'm okay with it. Like, it's me, and I don't mind. So here I am. I'm just doodling. Like I said, I just love how this, I just love how it turns out. I think that the way I've got this going, it works out wonderful. I love the stamping that I did. I love the watercolor based on it. I know that obviously there's not a lot of color, but this is something that if you are like brand new to Shimmerz or brand new to any mixed medium based at all, I mean, of course, I want you all to use Shimmerz paints, but I'm just saying, like, in general mixed media, this is something easy to do. Like, get out a paintbrush and just doodle like I am. Like, this has no rhyme or reason to any of it. I'm just following a sketch or a layout that I love, and I'm just placing some colors. And that's about all I'm doing. I'm telling you, like, I really truly love how this turns out. I think that the ink coming from my pen works out where it kind of gives that darker, shadowy color to it. And then, you know, obviously just me going back in it and back and forth, adding the colors. Oh, it's dry. Okay, let's go back in and see what else I can get. Like I said, I just really love this layout. The photo. Now, the photo that I have coming up is of my daughter and the Black History Month. I had to think if it was the 100th day or the Black History. It was one of the two. No, it was the 100th day. They had a special stuff going on for the 100th day. They did the week. And she said she wanted to do the announcements. And this is her second time doing the announcements. She absolutely loved it. She never did it in first grade, or at least I didn't know about it in first grade. I had one of those teachers. And then, obviously, her kindergarten and her second grade teacher, I've already said this multiple times, that it was the same teacher. And so she would always message me and say, hey, I have this for you. And I'm like, ooh, I want to be there. And of course, so the one photo, she's at school waiting to do her talk. And the other photo is her practicing at home. So the title that is called The Announcement is perfect for it. I absolutely love it. So now I'm just going in with the hip kit and I'm adding just the embellishments, just little bits of embellishments, not too much, because I didn't want to cover up the stamping and the mixed medium that I have on here. So again, make sure that you go check out Shimmerz paints. I will link it down below. Make sure that you do use my name in the comment section down below, or in your not in the comments down below, but in your order, and you will get a freebie from me. I absolutely have like no gain on it by you using my name. Just use it. Anytime that you place an order, you put my name in there, you always get a freebie of something. It gives you something to try, a little bit for free, obviously, and see if you like it, because then if you do, you can go get the real thing, right? That's like the whole point. Now I'm just placing these little bits and bobs, and then I do come in at the end for meet me at sunset, and that's like my yellow splatters. It's not like it's yellowish, like a true yellowish goldish color. It's not like gold, but it's got a shimmer yellow tone to it. And now here I am. I'm coming back in again and darkening up this line because I think it's just adds that little bit of something to this layout because I think it just looks cool. And then I'm coming in with the splatters. I do add a black border off camera behind this just to give it a little bit of something extra to it. And that is it. Still shots are coming up. I hope that you like the layout and you definitely come back. Make sure that you like and subscribe, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.